Hello, and welcome to the Surely You Can't Be Serious podcast. I'm Amber Lewis, often referred to as the voice of reason on the Docking Bay 77 and A Film By podcasts. This week, Dee and Jason will be discussing one of the greatest albums of all time. An album written by and for people who were going through every relationship issue imaginable, all while doing lots and lots of drugs. Fleetwood Mac's Rumours is the relationship I Ching. It is the answer to any relationship question. Have you just fallen in love with someone? Listen to You Make Love and Fun. Were you cheated on? Listen to The Chain. Did you just break up with someone? Listen to Go Your Own Way. In this Versus episode, the guys are daring to put this album up against the Eagles' Hotel California. Let's hear what they've got.
Now here you go again, you say you want your freedom. Well, who am I to keep you down? It's only right that you should play the way you feel it. Listen carefully to the sound of your loneliness, like a heartbeat drives you mad.
All right, so that was not Fleetwood Mac's version of Dreams right there, Dee.
It was not. That was a little band named after a theory of Einstein called space-time dimension. Since that's a little long, we just call ourselves STD.
Catch it, right?
Yeah. That is our band with Gautier Pierrozak on bass, John Ross on guitar, me on lead, and our lovely singer Ashton West doing her best Stevie Nicks, which I think sounds pretty dang good.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
The hottest new band out of Norman, Oklahoma. Check them out. Go to your local bowling alley, wherever.
Hey, you can catch an STD at any bar or grill you'd like to go to.
That's true, you can. Well, today we are here to talk about one of the greatest albums of all time.
Yes.
This album is Fleetwood Mac's Rumours album.
You came to me and you're like, okay, we need to do Hotel California. And I was like, there's not going to be anything worthy to be a competitor for Hotel California. And then I listened to Rumours and I'm like, well, crap, I was wrong about that. Holy cow.
It's three of the greatest songwriters of the 70s at their magical peak.
Yep.
Pumping out awesome hits.
And guys, we're going to have stories about love affairs, love triangles, hippie cults, children of God, and that's before Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie Nicks even joined the
band. That's right.
Yeah, I mean, this band, I think they've had like 16 different personnel members over the course of time, and the only constants are Mick Fleetwood and John McVie, who haven't really written any of the songs.
It's crazy, right? Those guys are lucky to have recruited some of the greatest songwriters of all time.
Lucky, like Midas touch lucky. Like I told you, I think that Mick Fleetwood is probably the best recruiter in music history. And John McVie, I mean, I've done a lot of research. I haven't heard him say more than 5 words.
I agree with you.
Like he's just there and he's just playing a simple little bass part and he's made millions and millions of dollars by being just that guy plugging along at the bass.
I'm just going to stand over here and do this thing.
I mean, one of these songs on this album is written to him, and it was probably 20 or 30 years after it came out when somebody was like, you know that song's about you, John. He's like, is it? Is that song about me? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We'll get to that one in a minute. But my goodness, this is an incredible album. Album of the year for 1977.
Won the Grammy for Album of the Year 1978, actually.
And if you're a big Fleetwood Mac fan, then you probably know that they have a significant history before Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie Nicks joins the band. But if you didn't know that, if you think this band started in the mid-70s, we've got some pretty impressive news for you, some pretty impressive stories. You know the song Black Magic Woman by Santana? Originally a Fleetwood Mac song. I didn't know that
That's
until
crazy.
I started doing this research. I'm like, holy cow. And it sounds very similar.
Yeah.
Carlos Santana definitely did something to it, but wow.
This was the 11th studio album. This is the second one with Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie Nicks.
Yep.
This album sold 40 million copies, had 4 singles in the top 10.
Yep.
But really, 10 out of 11 songs were major hits on radio. This was everywhere in the late 70s.
You literally had not one, not two, but 3 breakups going on in this band, and there were only 5 of them. Like, I'm pretty sure to have that many breakups, you have to have at least 6 people.
And and these weren't easy breakups either. These were hard feelings like F you, can't look at you, but we've got to go write this song together.
And not only that, but I'm writing the song about my feelings about our breakup, and I'm giving it to you to play the guitar to,
Right.
and then you're writing a song in response to my song. I mean, it's incredible.
I was thinking about this. If we did an episode called D-effing sucks, and you had to stand there and like echo my sentiments about that.
I had to sing the chorus, D effing sucks.
And
D
not
effing
only
sucks.
that, it was like our best downloader of all time. And then the next week you're like, Jason effing sucks. And that's the way it was.
Yeah.
They hated each other.
And loved each other. This is definitely like, you can tell the hurt feelings in this. I mean, if you just have an I don't care about you attitude,
Yeah, that's true.
That's a different kind of feeling. This was, I want to date other people, but I don't want you to date other people, and I'm mad at you even though I broke up with you. I mean, it's just craziness.
Yeah.
It is crazy. So I would say enough talking about what we're going to talk about. Let's dive in. Let's get going. Let's jump into this album. But before we do, I want you to tell me the stuff that you always tell me, because you always stop me and you go, before we do that, I want to do this. And I saw you inhale.
You see me breathe in right there?
But I want to say one more thing. I'll say it. Yes. What do you got?
Before you give us the incredible back history on this, I think we do need to shout out our new Patreon member.
Oh, yes.
We
of
actually
course.
have 2.
2. Yeah, 2. We got Dave Dolphin. Thank you,
Dolphin.
Dave. Dave, who guest hosted with us when we covered Ferris Bueller's Day Off versus Adventures in Babysitting, and he has joined the Patreon tribe. Awesome. Thanks, Dave. Appreciate you. Executive producer for this episode. And we also have Darius Elliott.
Thanks, Darius.
Darius, thank you so much for joining the tribe, man. Looking forward to hearing from you, getting your input on some of the stuff that we do. Guys, if you want to join our Patreon family, you can do that super easy. You just go to patreon.com, Surely Podcast. You can join for free. You can get access to all of our one-hit wonder episodes for as little as $5 a month. You can go up if you want to be more supportive, because, otherwise we're doing this for free, and that's hard to justify to the family, And the other big benefit of being a Patreon member is that you get access to all of our episodes early and without ads.
All right, before we jump into the songs, I just want to drop this little nugget for you. This album was ranked by Rolling Stone as the number 7 greatest album of all time.
Wow. First song on the album. It is an FU, we just broke up set of lyrics. This one is called Secondhand News.
I know nothing to say. Someone has taken my place. When times go bad, when times go rough, won't you lay me down in the tall grass and let me do my...
Okay, I'd like to sum up this song with, I know you hate me and I hate you too, but it's okay if we sometimes.
So this was written by Lindsey Buckingham.
Indeed.
Who had joined the band in 1975. I love how this song was inspired by the Jive Talking Bee Gees song.
Yeah, the song started off as an acoustic song on the guitar for him, and then he heard Jive Talking and decided he wanted to give it kind of that beat, but he wanted something a little more Celtic or Celtic, depending on where you're from, on how you pronounce that.
They're from Boston. It's the Celtics, I think.
Yeah, and so he used a fake leather chair seat to pound out. You're hearing a rhythm section of somebody pounding where there have been farts rendered.
I also heard that John McVie recorded his bass line in this song.
Yeah.
And then while he was out of town, Lindsey's like, I don't really like that. Here, hey, I'm going to do this for you. Lindsey was very overbearing and all this stuff.
Yeah, so Stevie Nicks, we're talking about this kind of craziness of all of these heartbreaking songs and romance breaking up and all of this other stuff. Stevie Nicks described this album and the tour and everything else that followed it as like being hostages in Iran, and Lindsey Buckingham was the Ayatollah.
That's saying something right there, man.
Rulers make bad lovers.
Yeah. This is a fun song. This is a good song. It's an upbeat FU.
Yeah, I mean, it has got an infectious rhythm to it. I like the different style it has to it. It's fantastic. As soon as I put this album on, listening to it from beginning to the end, I immediately was like, oh, I haven't heard this in a long time, and dang, it's good. Yeah. Such a great song.
When Lindsey Buckingham wrote this song and they were recording it in the studio in Sausalito, he withheld the lyrics as long as he could because he knew it would piss her off, and he didn't want to deal with the crap that went along with that.
Yeah. Yeah, so and the lay me down in the tall grass. So I think we all have the right idea about what he's talking about there.
Sure.
But I love the finishing bit, and this is, I think, kind of a signature Lindsey Buckingham thing. I think he does a similar thing in like Holiday Road, but it's that down, 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 down. Nothing bad to say about this song. It is definitely. Did this song get released as a single?
It is not a single.
How many singles are there on this album?
4.
4
out of 11, but it got significant radio play.
Now, another thing that I'm going to tease up, I forgot to tease this up in the beginning, but we're going to talk about a song on this album that is currently in their top 10 downloaded songs on Spotify that didn't make the album. Didn't make the album and didn't even really hit the public's ears in a big way until almost 20 years later. Mm-hmm. It was a B-side on one of the releases, but this song, which you all know and you probably all have heard recently, could have been on this album. Should have been on this album, but much to Stevie Nicks' anger and chagrin,
I can't wait to talk about that.
Did not make it onto the album.
I believe Ken Calais, the guy who produced this album, said it's the most beautiful song to never be on an album.
It's crazy.
Yep. All right, let's dive into probably the most well-known song on this album.
This is their first and only #1 hit, which is crazy given how good this album is. But this song is called Dreams. Okay, so tell me, between Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham, who broke up with whom?
The most evidence I can find, it's that Stevie dumped Lindsey.
That's kind of what I've got too. But she wrote this song in response to Go Your Own Way, which he had written.
Right.
Now, the words are, now here you go again. You say you want your freedom. Well, who am I to keep you down, right? And so to me, it's like, well, why is he saying I want my freedom to you if you're the one that broke up with him, right? Right. Is this the girls testing of, I'm going to break up with you to see if you're upset that I'm breaking up with you?
Definitely possible.
No question about it. She grew up in kind of a sheltered, she was born in Phoenix, Arizona. Dad was a vice president for Greyhound buses. So they had to move around quite a bit with his job. But she kind of had a sheltered life, didn't go out much, but read tremendously and was very much into fantasy and stuff. And it kind of comes out in this quote. She says, with this breakup, it was like the fairy and the gnome. I wanted to be philosophical about it, and he was just mad.
Yeah, I can identify with that,
Yeah.
There's things in this life and whatever, you dumped me.
But as acrimonious as the breakup was, she comes up with this song, and, I happen to know the chords to this song. It's pretty much 2 chords for the entire song, except for in the solo. You get 1 extra little chord in the solo, but not as far as the lyrics go, right? And I doubt she was really writing his solo part. I'm pretty sure
no way.
When she brought a 2-chord song to him.
Yeah.
Okay? And so it's 2-chord song to him, written to him and about him, about a song that he had written about her. Mm-hmm. And it's just her and a piano, and like the left hand is back and forth between these 2 chords and the right hand's playing 1 note, and then she's singing the rest of it, right? And he listens to it and obviously is going to be hurt by what she's saying to him in this, but because of his respect for her as a songwriter, he smiles.
Oh, thunder only
and says, this is great.
I'm just imagining where they're at the piano and she's singing this song that's like, you suck. I tried to love you. You wouldn't let me love you. You suck. You got your freedom. And he turns to her with a smile on his face. Is like, you did it. Great job.
Yeah.
You know? This song hit number 1 June 18th, 1977. This is the second single. Now, we already talked about how this is the response to one of Lindsay's songs that we'll talk about here very shortly.
Yep.
She wrote this one day in about 10 minutes in the studio where Sly and the Family Stone used to record.
Yep.
She said it was a day that she was in the studio, but she wasn't really doing anything, you know? So she's just like, okay, fine. I'll just go over here with my notepad. And
I kind of got the impression that it was inspired by Sly's like decor. Like he had this kind of red velvet style bedroom or something.
The
like
vibe helped her a little bit.
Yeah.
But she goes in there, writes this song in about 10 minutes. Rolling Stone has this as the number 9th greatest song of all time.
It's a great song.
I saw on Facebook the other day that this would be in the Divorced White Women Hall of Fame.
And what you love, what you have, oh, what you love.
Now this song is, I mean, it has gotten renewed popularity multiple times because of social media over the last few years. And honestly, when Gautier brought this to us to go, hey, I want to do this song, I was like, I don't know. But he showed me this video, and it's not even one of the things that was on Soundbacks, but it's these cowboys doing like pelvic thrusts to the rhythm of the song. And I was like, yeah, okay, we can go ahead and do this. This is too fun not to do.
Yeah.
But it is by far and away their number 1 downloaded song.
Yes. So Stephanie Lynn Nix met Lindsey Buckingham at a Young Life church event in the 60s.
Really?
Yes.
I did not know that.
She was 1 year ahead of him in school, which, you know, at that time makes you unattainable to somebody 1 year below you.
Yeah.
Right. But they were playing the guitar and she joined in with her harmonies. And he was like, wow, this cute girl is singing and wow, she can really sing.
It was a Mamas and Papas song, wasn't it? Like California
It was
Dreamin'?
California
maybe?
Dreamin'.
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay, I remember that.
I just want to say this now. I'm not trying to tear down anything, but her voice is still fully intact in this album. We talked in our One Crazy Summer episode how Demi Moore's voice was affected by her cocaine use.
Yes.
And I think there's definitely evidence for that later on Stevie Nicks' voice, that it becomes more sort of raw and raspy.
Oh, yeah. Still real good, though.
It's
the rasp works.
It does. It does. I don't know if you know this or not. The guide vocal that they recorded for this track ended up being the final vocal track.
Oh, okay.
So-
Well, that's good because it's subtle in its delivery. You know, like we're going to talk about that song in a minute where she is outright yelling the lyrics at Lindsey Buckingham, but she's not doing that in this one. This has that dreamy quality, and the guitar, he has this great effect on his guitar where he's got a volume pedal, right? And so he'll play a note and it's quiet as he plays it, but then he swells the volume with this pedal, which is how you get that wow, 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 wow. That is the effect, and it's just him.
That's cool.
With a volume pedal to change that, to have that song, that note swell in.
Can I make one small complaint about this song?
Of course.
The title needs to be better, because I don't think, like, my daughter didn't recognize the title, knows the song.
Yeah.
Because dreams, the word dreams is only used 3 times in this song.
Yeah.
And it's kind of buried in the verse.
Thunder only happens when it's raining is a little bit long.
Yeah, but it's memorable.
Yeah.
And it's the hook.
That's true.
By the way, do you want to know the number
I
one,
thought
the
we were
chart?
going to get there like
come
10
on,
minutes ago. You said number 1. I'm like, we're about to hear the top 10. What do we got?
All right, I got the top 5 for you. June 18th, 1977.
All right.
I had just turned 4 years old. But I'm gonna blow your socks off with this, okay?
Okay, yeah.
Number 5, Lucille by Kenny Rogers.
Pick to find time to leave me, Lucille. Okay, I remember that. Yep.
Number 4, Feels Like the First Time, Foreigner.
Love it.
Number 3, Gonna Fly Now by Bill Conti.
Yeah, from the Rocky soundtrack.
Rocky.
Love it.
Number 2, Gotta Give It Up, Marvin Gaye.
Okay.
And then number 1, Dreams.
Love it. What a great time in history.
Man, I want to back up just a second.
Yeah.
Okay, so this song was a song written to Lindsay about their breakup, about their relationship. But this is a full year after their first album with Fleetwood Mac, where she had written a song that you may know called Landslide.
Down in snow-covered hills till the landslide brought me down. Oh, mirror in the sky, what is...
Which was written about Lindsay and their
Struggles.
problems.
Yeah, I mean, it's important to note that whenever Mick Fleetwood heard Lindsey Buckingham playing the guitar on a demo that they had done at Sound City Music,
We got to tell that story.
she was working as a housekeeper and a waitress.
And a waitress.
So he's off trying to scrape together something as a backup kind of brother, and she's waiting tables and cleaning houses, and I think she was visiting a friend in Colorado.
She was in Aspen.
Yeah, the idea of a landslide dawns on her as this is kind of what's starting to happen in our relationship.
So the interesting thing, that she wrote that song, Landslide, in 1973.
Yeah.
Okay. And she and Lindsay were trying to make it as a group, and it wasn't happening. It didn't happen. And she called her dad and was like, I just don't know what's going on. And he's like, well, you're not happy. It's not happening. You ought to think about coming home. And he says, but what I would do if I were you, give it 6 more months and see what happens.
Okay.
And she said, you're right, Dad. I'm going to give it 6 months. And if nothing happens in 6 months, I'm coming home. That day she wrote Landslide. 2 months later, she gets a call from Mick Fleetwood, or Lindsay gets the call from Mick Fleetwood. Mm-hmm. And actually, Stevie is the afterthought. She's the girlfriend who gets added because Mick Fleetwood wanted Lindsey Buckingham's guitar.
Yeah.
And it turns out she's the biggest star of the group.
Yeah. Okay, next song on the album. This one is called Never Going Back Again.
She broke down and let me in.
All right, so this is a fun little song. A lot of plucking going on. This was one of the last songs added to the album. He's still talking about Stevie, never going back again.
Nope.
No?
No, this one actually is written about the second woman after Stevie. This is a woman he hooked up with on the road, at least according to my research.
Okay.
Because when I read the lyrics, I'm like, yep, here we go, another song about Stevie. I'm not going to go back there again. But no, this is apparently about somebody who he, after breaking up with Stevie, hooked up with on the road, maybe once, maybe twice, but he's never going back again.
Okay,
'Cause
sure.
She doesn't know what it's like to win.
Okay.
Been there one time, been there 2 times. Never going back again.
I mean, the lyrics on the song are essentially 10 lines long, and 2 of them repeat themselves a couple times. So,
I like this song a lot. It sounds like it should be played at the log ride at Silver Dollar City. It's got kind of a country Branson kind of feel to it.
yeah, I didn't look it up. It sounds like he's probably playing a 12-string or maybe a mandolin, but probably a 12-string on this one. It's got the sound of 2 strings being plucked at the same time to me.
Well, so I read the producer, Ken Calais,
Yeah.
wanted the perfect sound for this song. Let me get this right here.
Yeah.
To achieve this, they restrung the guitar every 20 minutes.
Wow. Okay. That's weird.
There you go.
Like, I'm just going to say, as somebody who's restrung a guitar many times in my life, you're not going to significantly impact the sound of a guitar in 20 minutes. That's nuts.
Tell that to Ken Calais, producer of Rumours.
Yeah. I guess he'll say, yeah, look at my album of the year.
Exactly. You see all these Grammys right here? By the way, here's a quote that I found.
Yeah.
Okay. Lyrically, it was a bit naive because it was obviously about Stevie, Lindsey Buckingham.
Man, I'm telling you, the thing I read, the Lindsey Buckingham was the one that said it was about a girl on the road.
Okay.
Well, who knows?
Could be both.
Maybe he doesn't want her to think it is about her at some point in history.
F that stupid B. All right. Next song on the album. Maybe my favorite song on the album.
Okay.
It's in the running. I'm not going to make that case yet.
Okay.
This song, probably most well known to our age for a significant event in history that it's associated with.
Yep.
This song is called Don't Stop.
If you wake up, don't wanna smile. If it takes just a little while, open your
So this song is preceded by 3 absolute bangers.
Yes.
2 written by Lindsey Buckingham, 1 written by Stevie Nicks, and now we have this one written by Christine McVie, and it is yet another banger.
It's a banger. This song, to me, is an old friend from the 70s, but it came roaring back to life in 1992
Yep.
at the Bill Clinton inaugural ball.
Yeah.
The president of the United States somehow got 5 people together who hated each other, couldn't be on stage together,
Yeah.
to stand up and sing this song.
Yeah, new idea about this song. And the lyric, that kind of catches on this one is Yesterday's Gone. Like that was the original name of the song. I don't actually know why they would have changed it to Don't Stop.
Once again, this is a song that needs to be named better.
Yeah.
I think Yesterday's Gone is a better title.
Yeah.
And that's what it was called.
Yep.
And that's what the album was going to be called.
Yep.
You know why they changed it to Rumours?
Because of all of the rumors that were going around about their various relationships.
Sleeping around and hating each
breaking
other
ups
and breaking up.
stuff.
Yep.
Yep. Now, this song Christine wrote because she was trying to encourage John to move on with his life. And hey, yesterday's gone. Go enjoy your life, have fun, live for tomorrow. And it was really effective, except that he had no idea it was to him until like the 21st century when someone was like, hey, John, what do you think of the lyrics of the song that she wrote for you? He's like, did she write that for me?
Yeah.
Yeah. John McVie, ladies and gentlemen. Luckiest man on earth.
Right.
I don't get it.
She wrote me a letter about not paying attention or something. I don't know. Wasn't really listening. So this was the 3rd single released April 1977. This reached number 3 on the charts. The 2 songs in front of it have no chance that they're better than this song. Okay. The number 2 song on the chart was Float On by the Floaters. Remember that one?
I do, actually.
Is it better than this one?
No.
Okay. Number 1, Best of My Love by The Emotions. Good song, 70s song, a little disco-y.
Yeah.
Not better than Don't Stop.
4 for 4 on this album so far of absolutely brilliant, beautiful, hooky, wonderful songs.
I totally agree with you. You mentioned something that I just want to point out. This song was written by Christine, but I think the magic happened when they turned it into a back and forth duet with Lindsey.
The blend of their voices on the chorus is, it's perfect. Like her voice and his voice together just seamlessly mix.
Yesterday's gone. Yesterday's gone. Don't you look back.
And I absolutely love it. I like that he sings a verse and she sings a verse, but I think the magic happens when they sing together.
I got one tidbit for you on this one.
Okay.
Producer Ken Calais, I told you I read the book Making of Rumours. Never really a fan of this song as it was kind of becoming demoed and born and worked on. He said, but once they got that chorus down and they all jumped in and sort of blended their voices, it won him over because they were such great singers.
Yeah. All right. Next song on the album. This is Go Your Own Way.
Loving you isn't the right thing to do. How can I?
Okay. So we know that Lindsey Buckingham wrote this song. We know that Stevie Nicks wrote Dreams in response to this song. So what did he say to her in his song that made her say, players only love you when they're playing?
So the lyrics in this song that drove her absolutely bonkers was the packing up, shacking up is all you want to do. And she's like, that is not true. Take that off. And she demanded that it be taken off. And he's like, no, how about this? It stays. Oh, and you're singing it every night with me.
You can go your own way. Go your own way. You can call it another lonely.
And it is under her skin decades.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where it's not like he didn't know it drove her crazy. He knew it drove her crazy and still made her do it.
The wounds are deep and the scars are permanent. Loving you isn't the right thing to do. How can I ever change the things that I feel? If I could, baby, I'd give you my world. But how can I when you won't take it from me? You can go your own way, which I would translate to you can go outside and play hide and go f*** yourself. He's like, I'm trying. I'm like, how do I just not love you? How do I just quit doing things, if I could do that, I would just give you the whole world, but you wouldn't even take that.
Yes.
You sorry witch.
That's right. This was the lead single. This was actually released well ahead of the album. It was released December of 1976. Reached number 10. Want to hear the top 10 real quick?
You know that I do.
All right, so here you go.
Are there 9 songs better than this song?
No, but it's a pretty good list.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Go Your Own Way reaches number 10. Number 9 is Rich Girl by Hall & Oates.
Which we talked about. Yeah.
Just a few weeks
recently,
ago.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 8, You're the Cat by Al Stewart. Number 7, Torn Between Two Lovers, Mary McGregor.
Swing and a miss twice now, yeah.
Okay, hang in there.
All right.
Number 6, Dancing Queen by ABBA.
Okay, sure, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
defining
Iconic.
song.
Iconic. Yeah.
Number 5, Blinded by the Light by Manfred Mann.
Sure, yeah.
Number 4, Night Moves by Bob Seger.
Great song.
Number 3, I Like Dreamin' by Kenny Nolan.
It's okay.
Number 2, Fly Like an Eagle, Steve Miller.
Oh, that's huge.
We got to cover Steve Miller.
Yeah, we need to do Steve Miller versus Leonard Skinner.
Okay.
Yeah.
Number 1, Evergreen by Barbra Streisand. I told you my mom liked that song.
Yeah.
That's from the original Star is Born.
Right. Yes,
So
yes.
here's an interesting story I have about this song. Okay.
Yeah.
So this was released ahead of the album, as I said. And when they played it in LA, there was a DJ. His name was Michael Reed. Okay. And when he spun it, DJs back in the day had a lot of power. After he played, he's like, I don't know about that one, everybody. Keep in mind, Fleetwood Mac is all in on this album. They think they got it, and this is the lead single, and it's got a hit and all that stuff.
Yeah, Rumours isn't even out at this point, and he's already trashing the first single.
Right. So this DJ in LA is like, I'm not sure. So Lindsey Buckingham calls him.
This is great.
Yeah, and
This is
says,
great.
I mean, imagine a day where we say something on here like, I don't really like that song, and Lindsey Buckingham calls us, right? But he calls him and said, why don't you like it? Like, what's wrong with it? Mm-hmm. And the guy said, well, it's hard to find the beat, and I don't know. I mean, I just didn't really like it that much.
I have to say words, and so I said words.
Right. And so he has softened his stance on that, of course, as it became a major classic from the 70s.
Yeah.
But just the idea that the artist would hear that and call the radio station to talk to the DJ and say, why didn't you like my song?
Yeah. I don't like it either, Lindsay. Why don't you give me a call?
Please call us.
By the way, Lindsey Buckingham and I share the same birthday.
Really?
Yeah. And Stevie Ray Vaughan and Frank Hannon and Tommy Lee.
That's a pretty good day.
Yeah.
What happens 9 months before the first week in October?
It's a little Christmas time, a little New Year's action.
Okay. So I want to talk about the B-side to this song.
Okay.
Do you know what the B-side is?
I do.
So Stevie wrote another song for this album called Silver Springs.
Yeah.
And it was long, and it was beautiful, and it was left off the album.
7 minutes, roughly, is how long this song is. Now, keep in mind, this album came out in 1977. And as you've alluded to, this was the B-side to their lead single. But being a B-side means you pretty well fly under the radar about 99.9% of the time, which is what happened with this B-side as well.
It's true.
Until 1994?
1997?
1997?
1997.
So 20 years go by. Now, I want you to tell the story of, because Silver Springs is a Stevie Nicks song.
It is.
And she expected it to be on this album.
Mm-hmm.
Tell the story of when she got the news that it wasn't going to be on the album.
Okay, so first of all, she writes this song. They're traveling on the highway. They're in Maryland. She sees a sign that says, exit, next exit, Silver Springs. And she thinks to herself, that sounds like a really nice place. Like a place where somebody could go with their lover and just retire and just be. And so she writes the song, and it's to Lindsay that you could have been my Silver Springs. The place where we just are together forever and it's just all good. So it's 7 minutes long. She presents it to the group, and they're like, this song is way too long. It can't fit on the album. We got too many great songs. We can't do it. So it's Mick's job to take her out to lunch and, tell her what's up.
Yeah.
Well, they only make it to the parking lot. Because women have this intuition of like,
listen, if you're about to tell me something, just tell me now.
what is it?
What is it?
Freaking tell me right now. And he's like, well, here's the deal. We're not putting Silver Springs on Rumours.
Yeah.
And she's like, why not? Like, what's the deal? And he's like, well, it's just too long, and it doesn't really fit the tone, and blah, blah, blah. So anyway, she's seething mad. And she's like, what the F? she is about to lose her mind and about to kill everybody. And he says, but we're going to put another one of your songs on the album instead.
Yes.
And she's like, which one? And we'll talk about that song here in a second. But it's one of those moments where she's like, I want to kill you, but I also like that song.
Yeah.
And so it's not really okay, but it's
Bitter pill,
it's okay.
but sweet.
Right.
Bittersweet.
But the rest of the story is, so it's a Fleetwood Mac song, but she wants to include it on her greatest hits album in 1991.
Right. Now, she has had her own substantial solo career by 1991.
She is a huge star.
She has Belladonna,
Belladonna in 81.
Edge of 17 with about Tom Petty.
Just like the wine window, just sings the songs as she's singing. Ooh, baby, ooh, say ooh. Just like the wine window.
Yeah, it's about Tom Petty. Did you know that?
Edge
Okay,
of
so
17 is about-
I don't know. Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know that we'll ever cover Belladonna. Maybe we will, but I'll tell the story again if I need to. So, I don't know where they meet, but I mean, they were close with the Tom Petty band. They both recorded in Sound City, some of their most iconic stuff. But when she first met Tom Petty's wife was telling her about the first time that she met Tom Petty. And she said he was the age of 17. But she had this very Southern kind of drawl in the way that she spoke. And so it came out, he was the age of 17. And what Stevie heard was the edge of 17.
Oh, I love it.
That's how she came up with the title to that song.
Ah, that's good. That's really good.
Yeah.
And also is kind of remarkable that they have a song called Stop Dragging My Heart Around on Belladonna.
All right.
So anyway, she goes on, she has Talk to Me and Stand Back and all these big hits. She actually, Prince sent her Purple Rain, the demo to Purple Rain.
Oh, that's right.
And said, what can you do with this? And she's like, well, I can't do anything with this.
This is too good. You got to do this.
You do this. This is you. This
Yeah.
is, yeah. So anyway, in 1991, she wants to add Silver Springs to her greatest hits album because it's this beautiful song that has never been released into the wild. And Mick Fleetwood stops her.
Says you can't.
You can't do it.
Yeah. And she said, what? You're the that wouldn't let me put
That's
it on the
right.
album in the first place.
And so he wants to hold it for a box set that Fleetwood Mac's going to release in 1995. Guess what? They don't include it in that album either. So in 1997, they get back together, kind of patch things up, and they create an album called The Dance, where she is on stage with all these people for the first time in years, and her performance as she is singing, screaming, hollering at Lindsey Buckingham in this is outstanding.
You sent me this video, and you can watch her. You can watch her in this video the whole time. She keeps looking over, getting ready to just lay into him. And she keeps waiting, but he's looking at his hands. He's singing into the microphone, not looking at her.
I'm not looking at
And
this.
at the moment that he turns to her, and it's a part where they both have to sing back and forth to each other, that is where she fully turns to him and lays it in, and then he's almost responding in kind, and they are back and forth. I mean, what would you say it was, 97?
97.
It's 20 years after.
Yes.
More than 20 years. She was still hesitant in 73 when she wrote Landslide.
I know.
And
she's blasting like, my voice will haunt you.
Venom is still hot.
It is.
And so I don't know, I'm just going to disclose to you listeners out there, we don't put the music in to these episodes until after the fact. So I don't know what Jason will have put in up to this point about this song. But this song right now, because of social media, is blowing
It's huge.
up. And you won't recognize it for probably about the first minute or so of the song. But when it comes to this part right here,
Time casts a spell on you. You won't forget me. I know I could have loved you, but you would not let me.
There it is.
everybody knows that song.
It is. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Hot right now. Hot.
And then to put all that together, Silver Springs gets released as a B-side to Lindsay's F You to Stevie.
Well, but when that video that we're talking about, didn't it win something?
It won the Grammy.
It won the Grammy.
It won the Grammy. And has since become one of their staple songs.
There you go.
Not good enough to make Rumours. All right, next song on the album.
Yeah, let's do it. This one is called Songbird.
right, D. About the time we think we're due for a dud, we get this magnificent, beautiful tearjerker of a song.
This is tragic in what it says and how it's delivered, heartbreaking. And I mean, most of the songs leading up to this have been kind of up-tempo kind of songs.
Sure.
They may be angry, but they're danceable angry, right?
Right.
And this is very much I'm sitting alone at the house in the rain, crying a little bit.
Christine said this song came to her from the angels. Okay.
Yeah.
And I love the creation of this song. She said the song came to her. She said it was around midnight. Mm-hmm. She was playing at her piano, and she had it. It was like locked into her brain, but she didn't have anybody to share it with at that moment because it was late.
Yeah.
So she did what any normal person would do. She stayed up all night long so she wouldn't forget it and went straight to the studio the next morning. Zero sleep.
She needs to buy herself a tape recorder. Holy cow.
She just held it in their noggin until she got there, right?
Well, I can't tell you how many times I've said to myself, or I've said to some other people who I know who write music, you should record that right now before you forget the melody.
That's right.
Yeah.
You
and
know?
So if you don't have something to record with, then that is the answer. You just you stay awake until you find something to record yourself with.
Yes. So I love this quote. So Christine would often play this song at the end of any Fleetwood Mac concert. Mm-hmm. John McVie, who is her ex-husband, who they were having nasty fights with, said when Christine played Songbird, grown men would weep. I did every night.
Well, that's going to be the best quote that John McVie has in this episode. I guarantee it. And it may be the only one.
It may be the only one. I thought this was interesting. The way they recorded Songbird, Ken Calais, the producer of this album, wanted to do something special for Christine McVie. So they rented out Zellerbach Auditorium, which is University of California at Berkeley. It's their big concert space. Rented it out, wanted it completely empty, but they wanted that sort of echoey, full sound. When she came in to record it, this is March 3rd, 1976. He actually documented the date. Lights were low, 3 spotlights on the piano, and a bouquet of flowers on the piano.
How sweet.
Completely empty place, and let her do her thing.
Nice. Paint the picture, create the atmosphere. I like it. Okay, so we're to the end of side 1 of this album. But before we jump into side 2, I just want to talk about a little. This group started in 1967. They've been together for 10 years, and I say they and together in quotes here because it's a crazy story, but I'm going to try to sum it up as best as I can, but there's no way that it's a simple summary. Okay, you ready for this?
I'm ready. Hit me.
Okay, so it really starts with the Blues Breakers, right? This is the first band that we have a matching of people that ultimately becomes Fleetwood Mac. But Blues Breakers are together. They want John McVie to be their bass player. They love him so much that even though he routinely gets blistering drunk and they fire him, they rehire him over and over and over again, right? And the guitarist from the Blues Breakers is this, at the time, kind of unknown guy that got a little famous later on. His name's Eric Clapton.
Never heard of him.
Right. What happens is that Eric Clapton leaves the band. He goes to pursue other things. And so they find the other closest equivalent they can to Eric Clapton, a guy named Peter Green. And Peter Green is like, hey, I'm coming. I'll be your guitarist, but I got to bring my drummer with me. And they're like, whoa, we've already got Ainsley. Just James Buckley. That's Ainsley Dunbar.
Ainsley Dunbar.
Is their drummer.
Of what, Journey, I think, and Whitesnake? I mean.
And he's like, hey, if my drummer doesn't come, then I don't come. And they're like, all right, sorry, Ainsley, you're out. Who's this drummer you got? Oh, it's a guy named Mick Fleetwood.
Right.
Who drinks more than John McVie does. And so the guitarist that they want is a guy named Peter Green, and they would call him the Green God. He was so good at guitar, right?
Okay.
As a little thank you for, hey, coming and joining the band, and sorry to Ainsley Dunbar, but John Mayall says, why don't you Peter, if you want to go play in my studio, you can have some of my studio time. So Peter Green goes to the studio, and he takes John McVie and Mick Fleetwood with him. And they record some songs together, which they promptly put on the shelf and don't give to the Blues Breakers. And then when Mick Fleetwood's drinking does come to a head, they fire him. And unlike John McVie, they're like, we're not hiring you back. you're gone and you're going to stay gone.
Right.
And so Peter Green, after a little while, he's like, I don't know. And then Eric Clapton's like, hey guys, can I come back to the band? And Peter Green sees the writing on the wall and he's like, I'm out of here. You guys can have Eric, whatever he's going to do. So Peter Green leaves, goes and finds Mick Fleetwood in whatever bar he's holed up in.
Right.
And he says, hey, let's start a new band. And he's like, that sounds great. Who should we get to play with us? And they're like, well, let's get John McVie. And like, well, but he's still playing with the Blues Breakers. And they're like, he'll join us. And Mick Fleetwood's like, he likes having a paycheck. And you're talking about starting a new band. And Peter Green comes up with this brilliant idea. He says, what if we call the band Fleetwood Mac? Now, this is the guy who's going to sing and play lead guitar, and he wants to name the band after the rhythm section just to get John McVie. And so they say, John, come join. We're naming the band after you. And he's like, meh.
Right.
But after about 2 months of finally pushing him and pressuring him, John McVie says, okay, fine, I will come join you guys. A month later, they released their first single, which is called I Believe My Time Ain't Long. A little while later, a few months later, February 1968, they release their first album called Fleetwood Mac. They today call it Peter Green's Fleetwood Mac because, as you know, before Rumours, there's another album called Fleetwood Mac, right?
That's right. Yep.
So Peter Green's Fleetwood Mac came out in February of 68. Does okay. Actually does pretty well. And then they release another album where they bring on a guest piano player to kind of round things out. A cute little girl from a band called Chicken Shack. Her name is Christine Perfect.
Yeah, I heard her say this. She, of course, goes on to marry John McVie, and she says, you know, I was perfect until I met John.
Then before their next album, they hire another guitarist, right? And now, if you've heard of Fleetwood Mac, then you absolutely have heard of Danny Kerwin, right?
Not
No,
me.
I didn't. Not before this.
Not me.
Big Fleetwood Mac fan, maybe you did. But most of us probably haven't heard of Danny Kerwin. But it's Danny Kerwin's guitar in a song that they wrote together called Albatross that literally breaks the band. And this is just a single. They released the single Albatross, but it goes nuts. Their manager says in 1969, in one day, they sold 64,000 units. He said, we sold more than the Beatles and the Rolling Stones combined.
That's incredible,
in 1969, man. And this is way before the Fleetwood Mac that we all know and love. So then, with Danny Kerwin, 1969, they release another album. This one's called Then Play On. They're on a big tour with this album. Everything seems to be going great, except that suddenly Peter Green, the leader of the band, lead guitarist, lead singer, has an absolute breakdown and is diagnosed as schizophrenic.
Yes.
Becomes a recluse, refuses to play with the band anymore, and now what are they going to do? The guy
Right.
who is literally the pilot of the plane just jumped out in a parachute.
Right.
What's going to happen? Well, they decide we're going to press on. Well, what are we going to do about a singer? Hey, what about that girl that helped us out when we did Mr. Wonderful? What was her name? Christine, almost as good as the best? What?
Right. Christine Perfect.
Ah, yes. So Christine Perfect now joins the band as an official member, and in 1970 they release Kiln House. It is also very successful.
You're about to get to my favorite part of the story.
On that album, they also bring on another guitarist, a guy named Jeremy Spencer.
Right.
Christine and John are actually happily married at this point. Everything seems to be going good. And then John Spencer says, hey guys, I'm going to go grab a magazine real quick. I'll be right back. They're in California recording some music. And then where's Jeremy?
Where'd he go?
Where's Jeremy?
About time to record.
Where's the magazine store he went to?
He literally left the door, joined a cult.
Yeah. So their manager that they've had for this whole time is a guy named Cliff Davis. Cliff Davis finds out about the Children of God thing, and he goes to find Jeremy, right? And he goes in and he says there are literally hundreds of people chanting in his face. And he says he spends the next 2 hours just trying to get them to let him talk to Jeremy Spencer. Like, I'm not trying to take him from you. I just need to know that he's here of his own free will and that you haven't got him as a captive, and Jeremy comes out and he's had his head completely shaved and he says, I feel like this is my place in life. And Cliff Davis is like, well, good luck to you.
Adios.
And just like Mark Stone and Van Halen, he fades into the obscurity of time. So now, again, they're down a guitar player. What about Bob Welch? He's a great guitarist, good singer. Maybe he would be interested. And they're like, maybe. What's he doing? Well, he's still in France. He's an American, but he's been over in France and probably barely scraping by.
Right.
And so whenever they call him up, he's like, I'll come out, but can you buy my plane ticket? Because I don't have any money. And he's kind of the head for the next 3 albums. And I saw a journalist say he was the one that really brought the band to where the Americans could listen to them. His style of play was palatable to the American taste,
Okay,
right?
yeah.
Now Fleetwood Mac is Bob Welch, Christine, now McVie, John McVie, Mick Fleetwood, and Danny Kerwin, who's the one that broke the band with Albatross.
Right.
Everything's going great, except that Danny Kerwin has begun to drink more than John McVie and Mick Fleetwood put together.
And that's saying something.
And he at some point in one of their shows puts his guitar down, goes into the audience, and is applauding and cheering for the band as though he's not a member of the band anymore.
Right.
And so they have to say, "Hey, listen, bud, you gotta get.
You're fired.
You got to get out of here, right?" So they bring in another guy to sing, another guy to play guitar. The guy they have to play the guitar is a guy named Bob Weston.
Okay.
This is another great story. So then, okay, we can still make it with the members that we have. We got Bob, he'll be okay. And we've got our extra guitarist, Bob Weston. And what did you say? What's Bob doing? Oh, he's pounding Mick Fleetwood's wife. Should we let him stay in the band? So Jenny Boyd, Mick Fleetwood's wife, is having an affair with Bob Weston, or he's having an affair with her. They're having an affair together. And so Bob Weston is giving his pink slip. You got to go.
He's sliding his pink.
I don't know how you're going to finish that, but
Okay.
I don't think we can put it on a
I'll stop.
PG-rated show. Okay, so they're all heavily addicted to various chemicals. They've just fired their guitarist who was having an affair with the boss's wife. And at this point, Bob Welch calls Cliff Davis, their manager, and says, "We're breaking up." They're in the middle of a tour. He says, "You're in the middle of a tour." And they're like, "Yeah, we're not going to do the tour." He's like, that's a problem because lots of people have paid us money and we will be breaking contracts and we will be liable. And he's like, "I don't know what to tell you. We're breaking up."
Yeah.
Fleetwood Mac broke up. They were done. Over. No
Dead in
no
the
Bob
water.
Welch,
Yep.
no Christine McVie, no John McVie, no Mick Fleetwood, none of it. And yet somehow the tour continued. Yeah. So I guess in some point in this process, Cliff Davis realizes this band's a little bit volatile. They're a little unhinged. Maybe I should get Mick to agree to give me the rights to the name of the band, which they make some sort of handshake deal,
Oh my
allegedly.
gosh. Yeah.
And so when he gets a call saying the band broke up, he says, "Well, we're going to finish the tour anyway, and I will just bring in an entirely new set of musicians, and then we'll just play all of the Fleetwood Mac
Nobody will
songs."
know.
How would anybody know?
Right.
Why would they know? Right. And so obviously that doesn't go over so well with the members of the band. They have to have a lawsuit about being able to use their name or not being able to, because not only are they playing with this substitute band under the name Fleetwood Mac, they won't let them record new songs under that name Fleetwood Mac.
Right.
And Cliff Davis is like, "Hey, you broke up. Why you want to record songs?"
You gave me your name.
Yeah, exactly. And so lots of litigation. Ultimately, they get the band name back. I'm sure that probably they parted ways with Cliff Davis after that. But Bob Welch says, "Hey, I want to be the next Led Zeppelin," which is interesting because Led Zeppelin is still producing albums
Right.
at this point. So
right.
it doesn't make any sense, right? So they literally, with Peter Green, inspired one of the biggest songs that Led Zeppelin has. And now Bob Welch is saying, "I want to be them. I want to imitate them." And they say, "Listen, that's just not going to work." And he says, "Well, bye."
Yeah. Right. So you're left with Mick Fleetwood, John McVie, Christine McVie, and now you're looking to fill some singer roles and some guitarists.
Yeah. As it turned out, just before this, now this is obviously hard times. They've gone through lawsuits. They were breaking up, and now they're not breaking up. They've lost their manager. They've lost their kind of lead singer, lead guitarist. And in the midst of all of this, Mick Fleetwood runs into Kenneth Olson at the grocery store of all places.
Right.
And he's like, hey, you guys should come over to Sound City, which if you haven't seen the documentary about Sound City, you should, because there are incredible albums that have come out of that place.
It's good.
But it's like a little hole in the wall in some industrial park somewhere. But I mean,
It is.
Fleetwood Mac songs, Fleetwood Mac, that original album, Tom Petty's got some big hits out of there, and Nirvana. Nevermind.
Yeah.
I mean, it was Dave Grohl who produced the Sound City documentary because Sound City was going out of business, and he went to go get the Neve board. Yeah. So, sorry, I'm just rolling on. I told you there's no way to sum up this history, right? And so as Mick Fleetwood comes over to check out this new studio, he's like, here, listen to this demo that I've got. And Mick Fleetwood is like, this guy is really good at guitar. And he's like, starts air guitaring and jamming out. And then the guitarist who's playing walks in. He's like, hey, you listen to my stuff. He's like, is this you? Yes. And they meet each other. And that guitarist's name is
Lindsey Buckingham.
Lindsey Buckingham.
And that song is called Frozen Love.
Yes, I'm always going to be able to reach you. And if you go forward, I'll meet you there. And if you climb up through the cold, freezing air, look down below.
So Mick Fleetwood eventually calls Lindsey Buckingham and says, hey, what do you think about joining my band?
Yeah.
And Lindsay's like, I don't know. My girlfriend is also kind of an important part here. I mean, if I come, she's got to come.
Now, keep in mind, at this point, they had recorded their album. They had recorded and released Buckingham Nicks.
Right.
Which is, man, have you seen that album cover?
Smoking.
Hubba. She looks good too. No, and it didn't do well.
It
and
did not.
Polydor kicked them off of the label.
They released it
they're
3
off.
months later, drop it.
Yeah, they are dropped and so they are not a signed duo anymore. And yet Lindsey Buckingham is like, hey, I'm not coming unless she comes with me.
Yeah.
And they're
Actually,
like,
she's the one who convinces him. I don't know. I listen to these guys. I think we can add something to this band. And there you have the classic lineup of Fleetwood Mac.
yeah. All right, so now you got to lift the needle,
Lift the needle.
pick it up, flip it over for side 2. We start this one off with a song you might have heard of before. This one's called The Chain.
Listen to the wind blow, watch the sun rise. Run in the shadows, damn your love, damn your life.
I changed my mind. This is my favorite song in the album.
I think it might be mine as well. I told you in my band when I was a young man in my 20s, we covered Gold Dust Woman,
Okay.
which was very fun to play.
Yep.
In my current band, we have covered Landslide a couple of times. Dreams is on our regular rotation. We'll be performing it again on June 20th. But this song, never covered, I really want to.
You
because
should.
I heard a band in a tiny little hole-in-the-wall bar in Norman, Oklahoma. Heard a band doing this. I don't even know if they sang the words. They might not even have sang. They may have just like sang the first 5 lines and then played for the rest of the song. But people literally came out of their seat and got on this tiny little dance floor to dance to this banger.
Banger.
Yeah.
And if you don't love me now, you will never love me again. I can still hear you saying you would never break the chain. And if you don't love me,
This song is so good. And the crazy part about it is a complete Frankenstein of leftover parts and stuff they couldn't make work with other songs. This is the only song in their entire catalog where the writing credits are attributed to John McVie, Christine McVie, Mick Fleetwood, Lindsey Buckingham, and Stevie Nicks.
It's incredible.
Blows my socks off.
Damn your love, damn your lies. If you don't love me now, you will never love me again. I can still hear you saying you would never break the chain, never break the chain. Not only do Lindsey and Stevie sing this song, they sing the song to each other.
Right?
It's about him, and he has to sing it to
Damn
her.
your love, damn
And
your lies.
He says, you will never break the chain, which is what she said to him, and then she says it back to him when she sings it.
I know.
It's crazy.
This is often the song that they lead their concerts off with.
Oh, so great.
This has 1.5 billion downloads on Spotify.
Wow. I think the beauty of this song, like you said, it's a Frankenstein of things, but it's the simplicity. There's some variations on what's going on, but you literally have a 4 on the floor, boom, 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 which sounds like chains, like boom, boom. It could be a work song on a chain gang, right?
Sure.
I can imagine guys in the old days, in the old chain gangs working on the railroad to do that beat. And you have a dobro sounding, I don't know if he's playing a dobro or not, but that old blues kind of simple hook that he does variations on throughout the song, but a down, down, down. Sing it.
Get up and dance.
Wrote a little song about it, like to hear it go. And then these just brutal lyrics that they have to sing to each other every single time that they play the song, which I can't imagine how many times they've had to play and sing the song with each other.
And that doesn't even talk about the magical mix of their voices and the harmonies. And
it's amazing.
all right, we're due for a dud. Are we up for a dud? Let's check
see.
it.
Nope, not yet.
No.
This one's
No,
called,
top 10 hit.
Yeah, this one's called You Make Lovin' Fun. Okay, so who wrote this one?
This is a Christine song.
And I have the idea that maybe it's not to John McVie on this time.
This is not to John McVie. There's who it was actually about,
Yeah.
and there's who she said it was about.
Okay, well, who did she say it was
She
about?
said it was about her dog so that it wouldn't cause any problems with John.
Okay.
But she was banging the Fleetwood Mac lighting director. His name was Curry Grant.
Oh my gosh.
At this point in time, they were divorced. John had his girlfriend in the studio, so he would bring her in, and she and Christine were friends. Like,
Oh, wow.
she was like, "Hey, great, you're taking this guy off of me. I love you." And they would hang out.
I can understand that.
Christine would bring Curry to the studio, and John would want to fight. And she's like, "Wait a minute, I'm cool with your girlfriend, and you're not cool with my boyfriend?"
Right.
So anyway, yes, this song, she said, was written about her dog.
About the dog. We named the dog Indiana.
This song was the fourth single released September of 1977. This reached number 9 on the charts. Get ready.
I'm ready.
This will blow your socks off.
Okay. Number 9, You
Number
Make Love
9,
and Fun.
You Make Love and Fun. Number 8, Baby Come Back by Player.
It's a big one.
Number 7, We're All Alone by Rita Coolidge.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Number 6, Every Time I Turn Around, LTD. Number 5, It's So Easy, Linda Ronstadt.
Huge. Love that song.
Number 4, Don't Make My Brown Eyes Blue, Crystal Gale.
Love it.
Number 3, Blue Bayou, Linda Ronstadt.
Also love it.
Number 2, How Deep Is Your Love, Bee Gees.
Yeah. Wow.
And number 1, You Light Up My Life by Debbie Boone.
Wow.
That's a stout list right there.
It is. That's December of 77.
That is December of 77, yes.
Wow. Amazing.
I love the story about the recording of this song.
Tell me.
Okay. So the lyrics are this joyful occasion of a newfound love where I'm having so much fun hanging out with you because you make love and fun. Okay.
Not miserable like my ex.
Not miserable like this effing guy who's standing right next to me. So while they were recording the song, Ken Calais, who's the producer, said that Stevie and Lindsay were singing these amazing, beautiful harmonies, and Ken Calais is just loving what they're doing. And then when he hits cut or pause, they immediately go into name-calling, screaming at each other. He said while they were recording it, they were two little angels singing this beautiful harmony about how love is fun.
Yeah.
And as soon as he would stop the music, they were like, "You effing suck." All right, next song on the album is a song called I Don't Want to Know.
You hear this song and you want to go skipping down the beach, going tra-la-la, tra-la-la. You read the lyrics to the song and you're like, oh, gosh, this is somebody who's very hurt.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, what do you got for me?
We've all kind of been through it where you're like, I just want you to be happy. But really you're like, this sucks, right? Like you keep saying that you want your ex-spouse or ex-girlfriend or whatever to, I just want you to be happy. And I'll go on with that. But it's really about like, you say you love me, but you don't know anything. And I just, I want you to feel fine. Yeah, you love me. Yeah, I know. You don't know. Whatever.
So this is Stevie's song. This is about Lindsay.
Mm-hmm.
This was the song that got on Rumours instead of Silver Springs. This song was released as a single in Japan. Next song on the album.
Mm-hmm.
This song is called Oh Daddy.
Oh, Daddy, you know you make me cry. How can you love me? I don't understand why. Oh, Daddy.
Okay. So this is Christine McVie song.
Yes.
And did she write this about John McVie?
She wrote this about Mick Fleetwood. So Mick Fleetwood at the time was the only one who had kids.
Okay.
And he was going through this nasty divorce with Jenny Boyd, who he had found out was having an affair with his best friend.
This is a recurring story.
Right? So just in case you didn't catch it, pain and heartache is the main theme for this entire album.
So we talked about how Lindsay had a rebound girl that he wrote the Never Going Back Again about. Who was Stevie's rebound guy?
Stevie Nicks' rebound guy was Mick Fleetwood. Yeah.
What?
I told you. So we talked to each other, and I told you that they had to keep that a secret.
Well, he's married.
Well, he's married, and her lover, who's psychotic, is standing 5 feet to her left.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, I saw Stevie talk about this, and it was just like, this was just the worst idea ever. I think she to this day regrets it. But yeah, Mick Fleetwood had secondhand news from Lindsey Buckingham. I
Right.
guess.
That's right.
Yeah.
Did you know that there's actually, more bad blood, more distaste, more just hard feelings. When Lindsay left the band eventually, which that to me is a great story. It's a cocaine-fueled fist fight with Stevie Nicks. Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie Nicks.
Tell the story.
Well, okay. So I would love to talk about Tango in the Night, which is their 1987 sort of comeback album.
Yeah.
Which it has some great songs on there like Little Lies.
Yeah.
Tell me sweet little lies.
Everywhere.
I wanna be with you everywhere.
Seven Wonders and Big Love, those are all top 10 hits.
Yeah, I remember those. Yeah.
So in the middle of this, they've just come out with these massive songs, this big album, it's their whole comeback thing.
Yeah.
And they still hate each other. But Mick has gone through bankruptcy, and Stevie has this massive cocaine habit.
Yeah. I mean, she's very successful in her own right.
Yes.
But yes, the drug dealers are probably knocking at her door.
Right. So Lindsay says, I'm not sure I want to do this. And they're like, what do you mean do this? He's like, I don't think I want to tour. They're like, well, see, we've already lined up the tour.
Yeah, it's already been planned. You signed on the dotted line.
You know how this works. We put out an album, then we tour.
Yeah.
And he goes, nah. And Stevie Nicks came off.
Might have had a little bit of cocaine in her system at the time.
Levitated off the couch and flew over and tried to, she says in her own words, I tried to murder Lindsey Buckingham. And so she attacked him physically. And then when she realizes this is a bad idea, I'm outmatched here, she makes a run for it. And Lindsey goes after her and chases her down in the parking lot, catches her, and starts to beat her up and throws her up against the hood of his car. And like, this is the big reunion thing, and gets physical with her. And at that point, the other members break it up. And then Lindsey goes back in the house to say, oh boy, that was terrible. Anyway, let me finish what I'm saying. And John McVie's like, no, you got to go, man. You're out. See ya.
Yeah.
Anyway, I would love to cover Tango in the Night at some point.
Okay.
This is the only song on the album that doesn't grab me.
Yeah. Once again, it's kind of like Hotel California, where I'm like, this is the worst song on the album, and I still would listen to it.
That's right.
I absolutely would.
I told you I read the book Making of Rumours. They make a big deal out of a mistake that Ken Calais makes when he was producing this song.
Yeah.
Somehow he bumped something or hit something, or there was a technical error on this song. And it was one of those where they're like, oh, okay, we messed it up. We'll come back and fix it. But it was one of those where it's kind of long-standing. What had happened was he bumped the D off of Daddy. And so the song sounded like Addie for a long time. As a joke to dig him, they called it Addie for a long time.
Well, they were all Addies at that point. So what did you tell me about their drugs of choice?
So Christine, John, and Mick loved booze. Lindsey loved pot, and Stevie loved all of it.
Yeah. Throw cocaine into the mix.
Oh, and cocaine.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
By the way, according to the book, Making of Rumours, cocaine showed up on the 9th day of recording and quickly
Everybody was on it.
took over.
Yeah.
Okay?
It's fine. It can't hurt you. It's not even addictive.
Right. All right.
Just intensifies your personality.
Yes,
But what if you're an asshole? Am I allowed to still quote
yes,
Bill Cosby?
Bill Cosby is the best.
No, we can't say that anymore. No.
All right, last song on the album. This has got to be a throwaway track at this point. This is
Obviously,
junk.
They're going to just tack this on at the end.
Right.
Yeah. What is
They're
this?
hiding it at the end. Oh, this is Gold Dust Woman.
Oh, my God.
Rock on, gold dust woman. Take your silver spoon, dig your grave.
I'm going to go out on a limb here and say this is a song about Lindsay.
Yeah.
So I wonder if the she that she's referring to in this is herself.
I think so.
Because just in case you've missed it, it says, well, did she make you cry, make you break down, shatter your illusions of love? And is it over now? Do you know how? Pick up your pieces and go home. This is really like, stop being such a little bitch.
Yeah, it is. And it's a give you chills on stage, show-stopping song.
Did she make you cry, make you break down, shatter your illusions of love? And now tell me, is it over now? Do you know how to pick up the pieces and go home?
I told you that we covered this song, and I will tell you, admit freely, I was not familiar with the Fleetwood Mac version of this song back in the mid-'90s.
Okay.
What I was familiar with was the whole version of this song.
Oh, okay.
And I'll just say it, I don't like Hole, but they absolutely took this up a notch. They took the edge and sharpened it for this song. If you want to play a sample of it, this would be the perfect spot, but here's the whole version of this song.
Rock on, gold dust woman. Take your silver spoon, dig your grave.
Fantastic.
Pretty nasty.
Along with that, you know what version Stevie Nicks says is the best version of this song? She got on stage and played this song with the Foo Fighters. And when she got done, she said, that is the best version of Gold Dust Woman I've ever done.
Nice. I love to hear that.
This song is so good that she had two different versions of the song on a demo. Mm-hmm. And the demo that she didn't use, she rated those lyrics, and that gave birth to the song If You Ever Did Believe, which she then performed with Sheryl Crow, which became the theme song of the movie Practical Magic.
Oh, wow.
So that brings us to the end of Rumours.
It does.
So the big question that you and I are asking ourselves is, if you're walking out the door, which album are you grabbing? Hotel California or Rumours?
So, shall I go first this time?
Yeah, go.
Okay. So, these two albums are both literally perfect albums. There's no skipper, there's no filler, there is no song. Like I said, worst song in the album I would listen to every day. So, we picked a couple of incredible winners.
My gosh.
Right? And at the time, the world chose Rumours. They said this is the album of the year. And it beat out Hotel California. Now, question is, which of them stands the test of time? And the answer is both of them.
They do.
Both of them. Every freaking song on the album is still songs that people are listening to today in the millions. So I could pick either one of these and walk out the door with it and have a fantastic car ride wherever I'm going to go.
Yes.
But we don't get to pick both on the show. And
It's tragic.
so I will say, and this again goes to history and nostalgia, because I have a history with one of these and less so with the other one. When it comes to picking between two pieces of perfection, I have to find something to land my balance on, and my balance lands with nostalgia. I've seen them in concert when I thought I never would. I grew up playing their music, and I have to say, comes down to it, you only pick one, walking out the door, it's going to be Hotel California.
Okay. I'm not surprised by your pick. I am surprised by my pick, though, because I am such an Eagles fan. But after diving into Rumours, there is a variety of songs, there is a variety of singers, and the amount of show-stopping, give you chills songs on Rumours, literally the best thing that Lindsey Buckingham has ever done, except Holiday Road, is on this album. The greatest songs that Christine McVie has ever written is on this album. And the greatest stuff that Stevie Nicks has ever written is on this album. Those are three incredibly gifted songwriters at the peak of their powers. So if I'm walking out the door, I can't lose. Literally, close my eyes and pick one. But today, I'm choosing Rumours.
My mind is blown. I thought, sure, we were both picking Hotel California. I would have bet $100 on it. We're both picking Hotel California. I can't believe it. Wow. And don't think that just because I picked one, he's picking the other one. That's not the way we do this. We have picked the same one
Many
load of times.
That's right.
So, yeah, wow. Blew my mind. Well, there you go, folks. You got one pick for Hotel California and one pick for Rumours. You guys tell us what you think. Hit us up in the comments down below. Email us, shirleypodcast@gmail.com. You can catch us on X. You can catch us on Facebook. Tell us what you think is the best of these two albums. Jason, what have we got coming up for our next pair of episodes?
Next week, we are going back in time.
November 5th, 1955.
We're going back to the 60s, I would say. We are comparing Stand By Me, the Rob Reiner classic, to The Sandlot.
Love it.
A day in the life of young boys just trying to figure out who they are in the world.
Reminiscing about the past.
The
Love it.
old times.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah. Guys, join us for that. Thank you so much for hanging out till the end of the episode. Don't forget to go to patreon.com/ShirleyPodcast. Sign up for free and donate some money if you are inclined to do so. And if that's too much for you, give us a rating. Give us a 5-star rating on whatever podcast app you're listening to, or give us a thumbs up on your YouTube app. Thank you guys so much. We will see you next week.
Thanks, guys. Okay, great. Before we jump...
I better go get the manager.